Yes, welcome again, class. Thank you so much for joining my trip up. I'm bringing to you today paper 2, grade 10 geography. In this presentation, I'm just going to give you question 1 only. Question 1 is what you're gonna get today. And then actually there are going to be 2 presentations, question 1 and question 2 in 2 different videos. Just look forward for them and then you can have a comprehensive revision for paper 2. So without wasting any time, I am just going to go straight to the questions. Instructions, I always tell you that you read instructions and follow them per question paper or per exam or per question number that you are answering. Please don't forget to read instructions. Question 1, population studies. We are supposed to match terms or concepts in column B with correct description in column A. So we are supposed to match with column A, write only the correct letter next question, letter only next to the corresponding question numbers. As in this example that is given there. So I'm just going to be writing the answers in front of the end of the question. For instance, statistics indicating how population is changing. What is that? Statistics indicating how population is changing. So we are saying we are supposed to look at the terms that are given in column B that can match that description, or that can match the description in column A there. So statistics indicating how population is changing, it is called what? It is called population indicators, which we are saying it is what? It is E, which is population indicators, is the one that indicates how population is, statistics that indicate how population is changing. People moving out of their own country to other countries for jobs. What are those people called? They are called what? Emigrants. Emigrants, which I can see is A here. So it is called emigrants. People who leave their country to other countries in search of jobs or greener pastures. We say that they are called emigrants. And then the very rapid increase in the country's population, what we call that? Very rapid increase, very rapid increase in population, in the country's population. We must understand that the population is increasing rapidly, so it is called population explosion. Population explosion, therefore it is F. That is called population explosion. A graph showing population structure in terms of age and gender or sex, we call that what? Population pyramid. A population pyramid is a graph that shows population structure in terms of age and sex or gender. So I'm just looking for the term that can, which means it is what population pyramid? It is a population pyramid, which is I. It is a population pyramid. Number 4, migrants who are forced to move out of their country of origin owing to fear or persecution or natural disasters. They are called refugees. People or migrants who are forced out of their country of origin owing to fear. We are saying owing to fear of persecution or natural disaster, they are called refugees, which is called H. Is H, number 5. They are called refugees. The number of people per square kilometer, it is population density. The number of people per square kilometer is called population density, which I'm just looking for the answer here. Where is population density? It's called population density. The number of people per square kilometer is called population density, which is letter C. A strong sense of fear and dislike or fear of people from other countries. A strong sense of fear and dislike or fear of people from other countries. That is called xenophobia. It's called xenophobia, which is D. Number 7 is D. It's called xenophobia. The expected average number of years people who live in a country, the expected number of years people who live in a country, it's called life expectancy. It's called life expectancy. I'm just going to look for that. The expected number of years people can live in a country is called life expectancy, which is letter B. It is called life expectancy, which is letter B. We can go to the next question. Shows the two different population pyramids. To answer the question that follow, write down the question number and the letters that correspond to the statements below. So we are just going to look into that. We are having population pyramids of pyramid A, and we are having pyramid B, which are given there. So population in millions in each of the pyramids. We are given population in pyramids, in millions. And then the light blue is male, and then the blue sky is called male, female. And then we are having two pyramids. This is A, and that is population pyramid B. So this we need to match the description to each of the pyramids that are shown there. This is an early expanding population. An early expanding population is shown by a broad base where there is high birth rate. So that is pyramid what? This is pyramid B. It's pyramid B, which shows an early expanding population. It is shown by a very high birth rate where the population decreases with age also because of factors that might also interplay there. Children contribute to farm in this population. Children contribute to farm labor in this population. It is also B, because people have many children in order for the children to work in the fields. So we are saying population pyramid B is the one that describes that, which has got high birth rate. And then there are more individuals who live for more than 75 years. More individuals who live for more than 75 years. If you can check, you need to see that which population pyramid have got more individuals who are living for more than 75 years. You should look here and then consider the what? You need to consider the population statistics at 75 years. So if you can look, it's 75 years where we have got more individuals living for more than 75 years. It is population pyramid what? It is A. Death rate and birth rate are both high. Death rate and birth rate are all high. Where do we see that death rate and birth rate are both high? Number 4, birth rate is high. Birth rate is high, and then death rate is also high. So we are saying in this case, birth rate is high, and as you can see, we are saying birth rate and death rate are all high. You can see that we have got an equally distributed number of both, to say the birth rate and death rate are equally high. I think we can also say that this is a population pyramid that can explain that, because we see that they are balancing each other. Hence, we have got A as the population pyramid that have got both death rate and birth rate being high. Number five, medical facilities of a high standard. Medical facilities are of a high standard. We can also see that it's A because we've got high life expectancy. People are living. We have got many people who are living up to 85 plus years. So it is what? It is population pyramid A because many people are living above 85 years. Most of such countries are found in African and Latin America. Most of such countries are found in Africa and Latin America. Number six, obviously, we are saying Africa is what? It is a population pyramid B, where we put high birth rate. And also, so we are saying it is B. Dependence ratio is low in this country. Dependence ratio, it means the number of young and old people. So we say that we can see that A, we are saying dependence ratio is low. We don't have, it is low because children are few. We have got few children here. We have got few children because children are few. Therefore, we also have got as a result of few children, we are saying dependence ratio is low because most of the people who are adults are able to work and find their own life. So where we have got many children, children are a dependence. So we are saying it is A where we have got few children, and therefore we can say that A has got low dependence ratio because of limited birth rate. Let's go to the next question. It is the world population distribution. World population distribution. World population distribution, which we have got America, we have got South America, we have got Africa, we have got Europe, China, India, Australia. We are saying that is our population distribution. One dot represents 100,000 people. One dot, the key is saying one dot, it represents 100,000 people. So population and then density per square kilometer and then land area is measured in square kilometers and then fertility rate, which is also given there. So the question is saying define population distribution. Population distribution uh, is how people are spread across a geographical area. That is what we call population distribution. How people are spread across, are spread across a geographical area. Whatever space that is given, the spacing of people over that given area is what we call population distribution. And then our next question is saying, from the map and table in Fig 1.3a and b, respectively, identify continent that inhabits largest population. That inhabits largest population. So we are saying both A and B continent that have got largest population. We have got we need to look in that. We are saying India, China, USA, and Indonesia. So if you can look, we are saying it is Asia, which is given to say it has got the highest population. We are saying India, Africa, Europe, China, Australia. So we are told that one dot is representing 100,000 people. So I'm saying, considering the figs that is the fig 1.3a and b continent that inhabits largest population, it is Asia, which is given by what? By, even if you look here, Indonesia, we have got 273 million people, 523,615. And then if you look into that, We have got, I'm saying, let's check again, uh, that inhibit the largest population. So what I'm saying is that you can see from the graph we are saying fig 3.1.3 A and B, we are saying Asia, it inhibits the largest population. It has got largest population. Asia has got the largest population that we can see as we are talking about the clustering of those dots. And then name two countries with the largest population. Two countries with the largest population. Basically, we can see two countries with the largest population. From this, our photograph, of course, we can see that the density or the clustering of the dots in India and China, they've got quite a very serious population growth. So we are saying it is what it is China, it is China and India. So these are just given on the map there or on the fig that we are going to that we are using. Suggest two challenges a country with large population may face. High population density, I mean, countries with large populations may face problems with inadequate resources like housing, land, and many other things that people would need. There won't be enough pressure on resources such as water, farming land, and pastures. It also becomes a challenge. No land for extending settlement. There can also be a challenge like that. Lack of food resources becomes a challenge. Unemployment is also a challenge. We have got also lack of basic services such as education and health. They become also problems. Population or countries with large population may face problems such as this one, as well as poverty. Poverty becomes a challenge when a country has got too many people, where people cannot afford the basic services. That's what we mean by poverty. So these are the problems that can be there. Describe two physical factors that affect two physical factors, two physical factors that attract more people to live in an area. Physical factors that attract people to live. Physical. The question wants to talk about physical factors. So we can talk about soil fertility. So most people settle where soils are fertile, e.g. near river valleys, for them to do agriculture. I'm sure that you can understand people would need to do farming. So soil fertility is a physical factor that can make people to that can attract people to a place or an area. Gentle slopes, I'm talking about stability. People prefer gentle slopes where agriculture is possible, and even also their houses cannot be destabilized by any other movements. Water availability, people need water to be nearer to permanent sources, such as we're talking about large rivers, or it can be any other large permanent source of water is necessary for people to establish settlement there. Climate, people would need moderately warm climates, like we are talking about in terms of aspect and stuff in geography, where north-facing slopes in southern hemisphere are warmer, hence people would prefer warm climate. Natural harbors, I'm sure that you can as well take note of that, are good for human settlement along the coast. They are quite good for people to have settlements or to settle there along the coast. And then availability of natural resources, it can be fish, it can be coal, or any other food stuff. Identify a country with less population and describe one challenge of such country that has less population. If you can look on our graphs there, we can see that Australia has got less population there, and then fewer people in the, I mean, few people in the working population can be a problem. When a country has got less population, they need labor, so those people cannot be there. Inadequate labor supply for industries, expense lent underlying, lent lying under, which can be underutilization of lent, and then we are saying can be utilized for breeding wild animals and snakes, which means to say that a lot of land is not being what productively used. Hence, wild animals that are dangerous to people can enter or can occupy that place or those lands. We have got Fig 1.4, which shows xenophobia in South Africa in 2018. Uh, we talked about the fear of people, foreign people. We said that is xenophobia. We answered a question like that in the above questions. So this is the thing. The photograph that is showing xenophobia in South Africa in 2018, and then let's just go through the questions that are following there. Its foreign nationals have yet again been attacked, displaced, and had their shops looted in South Africa. This is an unfortunate but entirely unsurprising way to mark the anniversary of the 2008 anniversary attacks. Xenophobic attacks during which tens of thousands were displaced and more than 60 people killed. Even before 2008, a handful of scholars and activists were urging the government to do more to protect those targeted for violence because their geographic origins, where they come from. Only after 2008, merely did the government join civil society and international organizations in committing to ensure that such bloodletting uh, would never happen again, but it has. It has happened. So the question is saying define xenophobia. Define xenophobia is the fear, hatred, or a lack of acceptance of people from a different country, tribe, or religion. So xenophobia, it has to do with lack of acceptance of people, which can be from different country, as also from different tribe, religion, is just to say that it's hatred of those people. So that is what we mean by what? By xenophobia. And then describe the impact of this xenophobic attack on foreign nationals according to the information in the report. From the report, you can see that we have been talking about factors such as to say foreigners were displaced, they were moved out of their land. Foreigners were displaced, their shops looted, their shops were looted, and then they were physically attacked. These are they actually show the impact of xenophobic attack on foreign nationals, which we are saying they were beaten off, some were killed, their shops were looted, people taking their goods and their goods mostly without any agreement or without approval. Those are some of the things that happened during the xenophobia attack. Name two groups that were concerned with the protection of foreign nationals in that shop. We talked about the government. Government had to do in stopping bloodshedding, the civil society, and then international organizations. They took part in terms of preventing and stopping xenophobic attack. Give two reasons why South Africans show their anger to people from other countries. Why the South Africans show their anger to people from other countries. We are talking about hatred as one other factor that can cause that hatred of foreigners, lack of trust from outside people from outside South Africa, fear that they will take their jobs, fear of losing their possessions, goods, and wives to foreigners. They occupy land and space that local people need. They occupy the land that the locals would need. They operate business and take up customers, which the South Africans would need also. They have better skills than them, the South Africans. They bring diseases. I'm sure I remember the lockdown time when borders were closed. which we talk about contagious diseases that can be spread by people getting in contact with each other. Hence, these factors listed here, they all stimulate or cause the anger of people, I mean, of South Africans from people of other nations or other native origins. Suggests one reason why xenophobic attacks continue to happen in South Africa despite the government, civil society, and international organizations attempt to stop it. Even if the government would want to stop it and other activists, why is it still occurring? One, foreign nationals continue to live among us and share resources with South Africans. Foreign nationals still live among us and share resources with South Africans. Unemployment rate that is continuously increasing. It is causing that low education and skills among South Africans in some parts of the country. They still fear that they don't have qualifications, they don't have uh, what you call proper education. Therefore, foreigners coming with skills, they will take jobs there. Competition for business sites, especially in informal markets. Informal markets, people, they fight for businesses. And then more immigrants still coming into South Africa. We still have also foreign nationals coming into South Africa. Hence, it is causing uh, xenophobia attacks to continue to happen. Suggest ways in which violence between South Africans and foreign nationals can be reduced. How can that be done? One, control immigration numbers by guarding against illegal immigrants. The country should stop people from coming into the country by guarding against illegal immigrants. Also, number two, we are talking, we need to understand the promote partnerships and government good relations with people from other countries through media forums, public platforms such as television and radios. So partnerships, relations, good relations can help to alleviate and stop these problems. Number three, create awareness by teaching the public about the scarce skills South Africa needs from people of foreign origin. People must know, or South Africans must understand through awareness programs regarding the importance of foreign nationals when they come to South Africa. Uh, number four, enforce legislation on business permits to curb informal businesses where most foreigners are involved. So therefore, we are saying government must put good rules and regulations, policies that would permit and also control the establishment of informal businesses, such that there is no such attacks. Number five, promote business skills for local people. That is empowerment of local people, so therefore they become self-resilient and reliable. So what we are saying is that it would also help to reduce the problem of the problems of xenophobic attacks, provide South African citizens with better conditions for business, such as grants and loans. So the government must support its citizens, so therefore they can be able to do some businesses through government nurturing and government supportive programs. Loans and grants can also promote and help in terms of those challenges that we are talking about. It's a rural and urban population of South Africa in millions. South African rural population, which is given from 1960 up to 2016. And then we have got rural and urban population, Johannesburg population. The question is saying define rural population. Rural population is the number of people living in rural areas. Number of people living in rural areas is what we call rural population. That is what we call rural population. Does the urban population decrease or decrease from 1960 to 2016? We are saying does the population, urban population, does it decrease? In terms of that, before even we go to the key, what we would understand is that urban population is this one. Urban population, we are saying it is 36%, 37, 42, 44, 47, 48. So it shows that it is what? It is increasing. Hence, we say it increases from 1960 to 2016. Give a reason for the pattern you described. It is mostly because of rural-urban migration. Rural-urban migration, there is a great number of people living from rural areas to what? To urban areas in search of better services and employment opportunities. So rural-urban migration is promoting continuous population explosion in terms of urban areas. Using information on the graph, work out the population in 2015. Urban population in 2016 is given as 55 million. We are saying we're gonna go to the graph. In 2016, 2016 is this one. So we are saying work out the population in 2015, sorry. It was 2015. So 2015, we must just go and check it. This is 2016 is there. So 2015 should be somewhere there. So we should come through this side. Hence we can say it is what? If you can say 2015, I'm saying if you can go through this line, sorry, never mind that my pen is not that much clean and straight, but I want to show you the line that is used to measure that. So you can see it's what is 55 million people. 55 million people. That is shown there. 32 push factors causing people to leave rural areas to urban areas. Why do people move out of rural areas to urban areas? There are many factors. Unemployment in rural areas, people, they don't get jobs. There is hunger and poverty in rural areas. There is natural disasters such as floods, drought, and many other natural disasters which people don't see. I mean, they really see dangers of losing their lives. Soil erosion, it is affecting their arable land. Yes, there is no agricultural land. In regard to that, people have to leave the rural areas because there is no production there. Lack of services, which we can find in cities such as clinics, schools, roads, and clean water. They are not there in rural areas as well. We can talk about boredom, as in like being obsolescent in rural areas. People, they have nothing much to do in rural areas, so they become bored and then they have to move. Lack of productivity in farms, like we said, no rainfall and many other factors that actually affect the businesses in rural areas cause people to move, which we are saying lack of productivity, closure of services. In rural areas, many services are not functional. Hence, people, they prefer to end up looking for better services that are existing in urban areas. In a paragraph of approximately 8 lines, explain the possible negative effects that will result in South Africa cities if they continue receiving both local and international immigrants in large numbers. We have problems of overcrowdedness, which result in lack of houses, development of squatter settlement, people starting houses or settlements where it is not approved. Shortage of jobs also becomes a problem there. Increase in numbers of people living in streets where it is caused because of lack of housing and employment, and also shortage of services such as electricity and water because of overpopulation. We have got social ills increasing. Social ills, these include crime, the morality decay, and so forth. Crime, people, they become very the hostility and insensitivity of people is we call social crime, moral decadence. Those are kind of problems that we can also take note of. Traffic congestion, as a result, people, I mean, we are saying people are too many. So in order for them to move, they need transport. So it results in traffic congestion air and water pollution, as well as land. They are all forms of pollution that would result because of uh, clustered population density. Pressure on services, I'm sure that we have already mentioned that in terms of our social amenities, they experience pressure, hospitals, insurance, banks, and so forth. Deterioration of buildings because of overcrowdedness, bursting sewer pipes. It is because of also, we are talking about our sewage disposals as a result of overpopulation and congestion. They would also have problems. Increase in urban population, urban temperatures. We call that urban heat island. Urban, urban heat island, where we find out data or where we could see urban areas experiencing extreme high temperatures than their rural surrounding areas as a result of many factors. Amongst them is extensive what you call urbanization as well as population density. So thank you very much for your time, and I hope that paper two, in terms of population studies, you'll get something right there. And please look forward for question two. It is coming also with some other part areas of question three, GIS and stuff. So the next video is coming with question two. Please look forward to it. I'm going to explain and answer section C or other last part of the question paper two, which has to do with map work and stuff. Thank you so much for your time, and you have a beautiful day. Keep subscribing and sharing the channel to friends and family so that all together we are helped by Metric Hub. Have a beautiful stay and all the best in your end of year examinations.